What is one thing that you want the world to know that is not well known about you?
You know what comes to my mind? Cut this, obviously.
Oh my God.
Wait,
You're
I don't know. I don't know how to answer that one. What's one thing that I want the world to know about me in a formal sense, no? Um,
oh my God. You're so savage. That's hilarious.
Hey Mark, thank you so much for having me. Well, I am Rosie, I'm from Ireland, and I am, after publishing my first book for the Time to Travel series on Ireland, I consider myself an Irish fairy. I love to travel, I love to dance, I love to sing. Um, I've lived in my camper van for a year now, exploring Ireland, and I'm currently traveling. So I'm currently living in Portugal, exploring new cultures, new languages, and most importantly, new cuisines. I'm also a vegan chef, so I love cooking and I love to do retreats and things like this. And yes, there's a lot to me, but that's a short and sweet answer.
What brought you to publish your book?
Well, as I said, I've always loved to travel, but I also love to write, and I really love languages and I love poetry. I used to teach English online and also in person for some years. And yeah, I've always had a big passion for languages and writing. I also have a really energetic mind, let's say. So at home, I have my press is full of books from traveling, from me writing. So the natural progression, I think, was eventually to write a travel guide. I've also used a lot of travel guides um, throughout my years of traveling and always felt there was something lacking in them.
One hidden gem.
It's very difficult to just pick one, right? But one of my favorite one in the hidden gem section of my book is the midnight kayaking in Glengariff. So it's a really unique and special experience. And it's in West Cork, which is super beautiful, like very untouched beauty. There's a dark sky nature reserve there, so you can go and you can sometimes in like certain months of September and March you can see the northern lights. But so this is a midnight kayaking tour and you start at like 9 or 10 at night and you go out. It's called Garnish Island in Glengariff. It's so magical and mystical. It's super quiet. You do the entire tour in silence and the water is full of bioluminescence, so it's like a microorganism in the water. So when you put your hand or your paddle into the water, it glistens, it sparkles. It's like Disney princess vibe in Ireland. It's really wow. It's incredible. It's very magical, and I think for me it really brings the essence of Ireland, of this mystical, like very sacred energy to life, because really you're touching something, you can see it, you're listening, you're smelling it. Really, it's beautiful. It's
What's
amazing.
one or two dishes that you'd recommend?
Would recommend like a typical Irish stew that every house that you go to, the mom or the dad or the granny is going to have made. It's just lots of vegetables and meat and a gravy. And sometimes they make this stew and they can put it in the oven with potato on top and cheese. It's
Mm.
very good. Um, So it would kind of be like a shepherd's pie, or the classical way is just an Irish stew, maybe with some bread. Um, Maybe for a dessert, like a very typical thing would be an apple and blackberry crumble. This is also beautiful with apples from the trees of your garden and blackberries that are grown in the hedgerow, with a crumble on top. So this is like a typical Irish Sunday dinner, and a pint of Guinness to wash it all down.
That's awesome. So what are three words that are like slang, that Irish culture people use in day-to-day life?
Okay, from my city, so I'm from the south of Ireland in Cork. Um, they'd say "go away, you langer," which would be like kind of like "go away," or you'd say it maybe if someone in a joking term, "go away out of that, you langer." "Go away, langer." Um, Also in Cork, it's very typical to say like, "How are you? What's up?" or "What's the crack?"
So like kind of hi, how are you? But it's what's the crack? What's the crack? And they don't pronounce the, so it's what's the crack? What's the,
That'd be interpreted as something a little bit different here, to be honest.
Yeah, I can imagine. What else? Go on, you good thing. That's a funny one. If someone does something funny, or if they're doing their thing, like someone's dancing or someone says a good joke, go on, you good thing is a typical thing you'd hear in Ireland.
Interesting. That's awesome. Cool.
Mhm.
What's the most popular Irish band?
I suppose internationally it would be like U2. Have you
Oh,
heard of U2?
yes, of course.
A lot of them, like a lot of underground bands.
Mm,
Kila,
Kila?
Kila.
Okay.
Yeah, they're incredible. It's a quite a big group, and they have amazing music and really traditional, but also with a twist, They're a really amazing band.
That's awesome. What type of music would that be? Would that be more like
Irish traditional music, but kind of mixed with maybe more funk, sometimes more indie.
within your book that readers would be surprised about?
Ones are not real.
Okay. You got me there. You got me there. True. All right. So
I would love the world to know of what an amazing publishing company this is, and what amazing potential that this Time to Travel series has. And world, watch out. I think this is going to really be an amazing hit and an amazing travel guide for new adventures around the world.
awesome. Thank you so much, Rosie, for your time today. I really appreciate
Thank you, Mark.
My pleasure. And we'll talk soon. And I look forward to sharing this book with everyone. I think everyone will definitely get a slice of Ireland, if not a whole pie, of enjoyment. And Rosie, you're the best. Cheers.
You're the best. Bye, Mark.